On the dividend news, we do have ticker symbol CMI, which hiked its dividend by 10% to $2 per share. This actually have been increasing their dividend for 16 consecutive years. We also have ticker symbol SJM, which hiked its dividend by 1.9% to $1.10 quarterly. And then the last one we do have here, guys, is Union Pacific, which hiked its dividend by 3%. What's up, everybody? This is Antonio here to bring you episode 299 of the portfolio update. So you guys already know it's Sunday. It's time to go over the portfolio, what I bought, what I sold, what dividends came in, and in general, what I'm doing. But guys, we have huge earnings this week or this coming week with two, big tech companies reporting earnings, so we will be covering that. And as well, you guys already know that every single Sunday we come back, we look at our dashboard here, we look at how much the portfolio is projected in passive income. This is dividends that the portfolio does generate. So right now monthly we're at $120.62. This did go down because I made some huge swaps in my portfolio. I am geared more towards 10, 15, 20 years before I do need to touch this money. So right now I am invested in low dividend yielding companies that have double-digit 5-year CAGRs that in the long term that will be paying off, or will benefit me more. Of course, right now they might be more volatile in the short term, but in the long term, they are probably going to give me the best return possible than investing in like Kimberly-Clark or Johnson & Johnson, etc. But we will see what the future holds. But that is my goal right now, and that is to try to grow this over time with the low dividend yielding companies, because right now I also want to be in a lower tax bracket. With the dividends, of course, they do become qualified dividends, but if I have to pay less at the end of the year, that's even better for me, as long as I get gains and that growth on dividends do get raised every year, double digit, of course. But you guys know here that we do have goals, and since I actually sold majority of my SCHD, I only have about like 1 share or 2 shares. We actually went ahead and updated the goals for 2025. Super late on this, but the other ones didn't make sense anymore. So first one is to reach 20,000 subscriber mark. So I am trying to get to this. Of course, I don't have as much time recently or this past year and these next couple months, but yeah, if you guys are interested to see where my goal is to hit $1 million in the portfolio, we'll see where that goes. We'll see these milestones, but yeah, if you want to follow the journey, subscribe with the notification, cost you nothing. As well, if you guys wouldn't mind, drop a big thumbs up on the video, definitely appreciate it. And guys, the next one is to reach $130 and on average in dividends per month. So we'll see if we get to this, guys. I'm trying to actually do goal number 3, which is to try to get to 140,000 invested of my own money. Right now we are at $136,551.84. So we do have about 9,700 that I've invested since the beginning of January of this year. I'm going to try to keep consistent. I have deposited a lot, especially because the market was pulling back in February, March, and April, and I was deploying a little bit more capital. So that's why this accumulated fairly quick. It did pay off, of course, right now. So we'll see in the future if we get a nice pullback. I might deploy a little bit more, but right now I am planning to actually borrow against my own portfolio to invest some money, or I guess not invest, well, I guess it is invest my money into the local business, because we need to make a larger purchase. And a personal loan is around 11 to 12% where I got my federal credit union, and compared to an 8% return, or I guess 8% interest, this benefits me much more. I could sell out of my positions in my portfolio, but this is a business thing that I don't want to really sell out of my portfolio. I don't want to touch this, as long as it's, of course, it has to be the last option possible. And of course, I have this route, which I think the business will return me this and more in the coming years. I hope so. But yeah, I'm going to be pulling from money from there. So we'll see where how it goes with trying to deposit more money, because I'm going to be trying to focus hard and paying off that loan that I'll be pulling from my own portfolio. which is actually pretty neat. And then we got goal number 4, which is to dollar cost average $200 per week at a minimum. I'm gonna try to do this. It's gonna be a little bit tougher. I've been doing $100, I guess, last year. I've been trying to do pretty consistent with 200 this year, and it's been pretty good so far. But guys, on the May 12th, 2025, we hit 300K mark, which is really cool. We're slowly climbing to 400K. We'll see how long that takes, so it'll be interesting. Hopefully you guys do subscribe, and we'll see where that goes. But in general, guys, you guys already know that the portfolio is at $336,217.50. I am mostly invested in big tech, so the portfolio is a little bit more volatile when the market does pull back or it does go up. But you'll see that if we do look at the 1 month, this is a 5.58% in the green. That is about $17,762.47. We do have on the 3 month about a 29.91%. That's about $77,000, which is really cool. And then on the 6 month, that is a 17.94%, which is about $51,000. And then if we look at the year to date, since the beginning of January, the portfolio was actually worth about $279,000. It's worth $336,000. So we've gone up about $57,000. That's about 20.44%, which I cannot complain with that, guys. And then if we look at the 1 year, we've gone up about 27.78%, which is about $73,000. And then the last 2 years, guys, it actually goes all the way back till about July 19th, 2023. The portfolio was at $209,644.88. We are at $136,000. How cool is that to see that growth in those past 2 years? And we'll see where this goes in a couple years, guys. I'm super excited. We need to try to get it to $1 million portfolio value. Of course, that doesn't really change much because in the long term, we're going to be trying to live off dividends. But, that's what I'm focusing on right now, trying to get that, because a 10% on $1 million is 100K. Of course, the more money you have in value, the bigger the percentage, or the bigger the numbers are compared when you compare it to a percentage. And so that isn't going to be my goal. But if we do look, guys, I want to show you the S&P 500. So this is actually about a 6 month change here. We're about, I guess not year, I'll do year to date. We are up 7.30%, which is really cool. If we look at the year to date, we are up about 14.38%. That's a 1 year. So again, we can look at our portfolio. Year to date, we are up way higher, 20.44%, and on the 1 year, we are up 27.78%. So we are doing pretty well compared to the S&P 500 at the moment. Of course, this could change. If we look at the year to date on the QQQs, we are, or I guess they're up about 10%, and then on the 1 year, they're up 18.10%. So again, if we do look compared year to date, for us is 20, so we're about 10% higher. And then on the year to date, 27.78%. So super happy with those returns, and cannot complain on that. But one thing I do want to show you guys here is the earnings. So we are expected to have some pretty interesting companies. So earnings are back on full, steam. And we're going to see what happens. We got Monday. These are the companies: Domino's, Verizon. We got a couple other companies after close on Monday. And then, guys, on Tuesday before open, we have some Coca-Cola, Lockheed Martin, DR Horton, GM, RTX, Northrop Grumman. And then after close, we do have Enphase, Capital One, Texas Instruments. We also have on Wednesday, we have GE, we have AT&T, and then NextEra Energy. And then, guys, on Wednesday after close, we got 2 big tech companies, which are the ones I'm interested in, and that is Tesla and Alphabet. So Google, I've been buying Google the past couple months. I've been accumulating shares. We will see what they say. I am really interested to see what happens. Potentially, or I hope that it creates a great buying opportunity. We have a pullback, and I'll pick up some more shares, but we will see what happens. I plan to buy some shares on Monday, and we'll see if it obviously pulls back on Thursday morning when the market. I might deposit a little bit more capital just to pick up some shares. But yeah, I'm interested to see what those positions will be. We have IBM, Chipotle. We have O'Reilly's, and then on Thursday we have American Airlines, Blackstone Group, we have Southwest, Union Pacific, which raised a very small dividend raise there, the Nasdaq, Honeywell, and then after close Intel, we have that's really it for that one. And then Friday, nothing too interested as well. So let me know in the comments which companies you guys are planning to watch this week, and then the following week we have some more big tech companies, so it's gonna be pretty interesting on the market this next month, and I'm excited for it. It might create some great buying opportunities for us as long-term investors. If I do look at the positions here, guys, I do have a total gains of $76,512, which is a 29.46% return, about 50 cents available to trade, which I can't really buy anything with that. But you guys can see my positions here, very high, heavy in tech, which again, I am okay with that. I'm okay with the volatility, and we'll see what happens in a couple years. I think I'm gonna get some pretty awesome returns, and we'll see what happens there. Google, I hope to pick up some more shares. Really want to get this to 400 shares, as well as Amazon. I'm trying to pick up some more shares. I think those are the two best pickups that right now, out of compared all the companies in my positions in my portfolio. If I do look at the gains here, we are at $117,734.66, which is a rate of return of 56.83%. And then if we do look at the projected income on the next 12 months, we are projected to make $1,494.78, averaging about $124.57. So not quite a high on average on the dividends, but that's okay. We got a strategy for that. And then if we look at the history, guys, stay pretty busy. Nothing really much in the portfolio, but I have it from the 13th of July all the way till the 19th. And guys, I basically deposited $200, bought some Alphabet, bought $100 worth of Alphabet, bought 0.55 shares at 181, and then bought about $100 as well on Amazon. Bought about 0.44 shares at $225 a share, and super happy with that. Picked up some shares. Again, Monday I will pick up some more, but let's go ahead and actually go over here to the dashboard, and we can go to the settings and actually get rid of this old portfolio holdings. And let's go ahead and jump over to Empower so we can grab the latest version of our portfolio that contains the purchases from this past week. So I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys, so we're here at Empower on my Schwab account. You'll see this green button. It's called Copy Holdings. Click on it, copies the content of my portfolio into the clipboard. We'll go ahead and right click, paste special values only, and there we go. If we go to holdings, there's actually an old snapshot of my portfolio. So if we go to portfolio tools, update for holdings, this will get wiped. It'll parse out the new stuff we just pasted. And guys, I do have some of the scripts that don't work, so I haven't had time to do that. But if you guys are interested or script savvy, let me know. Make a PR, I'll merge it if you guys get it working. Super awesome for the community. I've just been super busy with this stuff. Anyways, go ahead and click on it, give it a second or two, and there it goes, calculating everything for us. And then we can kind of look over here. So if we do look at the projected dividend yield, it is at 0.43%, which is hasn't no changed. Same thing as the yield on cost, 0.56%. And then on the yearly, it only changed a couple cents, guys. $1,447.91 compared to $1,447.47. On the monthly, we only went up about 4 pennies, $120.66. Weekly, $27.84. Daily, $3.97. And then hourly, 17 cents every single hour that goes by. And then hourly work wage, this is if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would get paid an hourly rate of 70 cents. Or eventually we're going to try to get this to minimum wage. We'll see how long that takes. That'll be a huge, awesome milestone to achieve. But we'll see how long that takes. And this is actually all I have for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe with that notification. Help me reach that 20,000 subscriber mark. Definitely would appreciate it as well. If you guys wouldn't mind, drop a big thumbs up with the video. And if you stuck all the way to the very end, let me know by dropping a hashtag earnings, because we do got some pretty interesting earnings this week. Let me know in the comment section which company you guys are watching this week. Definitely would love to know. I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Stay safe out there. Bye, guys.